So what is quality assurance and quality control? So there are quality control, quality assurance, and testing. These are the different terminologies people will use, but all are related to same. But only quality assurance is a bit different, real terminology wise. Quality assurance is basically a process will be maintained in the company. The process means, for example, ISO process is followed by your company or not. CMMI level process is followed by your company or not. Entire company process will be maintained by this quality assurance team. Quality control and testing team are basically validating the product or application. That's the main difference between quality assurance and quality control. So quality assurance team is a preventive in nature. So once an issue occurs, next time it won't occur. Quality control means always you will keep finding the defects in the application or in the product or in the, so right, any application, you will keep finding the defects. You will set up the measurement programs. So how it is working, you will keep on evaluating the process. And verification, in the quality control, you will verify. So each thing you will verify basically whether that is working or not. Each link, each button, it is working or not, you will check here like this. For example, if you click on this, it is going to next page or not, you will check it. That's one thing. And same name is coming or not, price is same or not, image is properly loaded or not, you will check it. That's a verifications you will do on the application. You do the action, then you verify it. So whether see now it is so displaying or not, and whether this price is showing or not, and these images are showing or not. So these are all things you will check. So that's the verification process you will do. Okay. And one more thing, and you will find the weaknesses in the entire company and you will improve by following certain procedures. That's a quality assurance people will do that. Every 2 weeks or bi-monthly, they will set up the meetings and they will keep monitoring each department. There are so many departments in the company. So HR department and IT wing, network department, purchase department, and financial department. So many departments will be there in the company. Each department, are they following the process or not? Somebody has to monitor, right? They will monitored by these guys. All those departments are monitored by these guys. So that's the quality assurance team. Quality control team is a testing team, basically, testing team. So who is performing testing, right? The testing team will be done so by quality control team, and quality assurance team is process oriented. Quality control team is, yeah. Any questions? Any questions? Okay. So that's the difference between quality assurance and quality control. And quality assurance is an entire company responsibility, management responsibility. Quality control is particular team member. If, for example, I have given one module to you. So this module, if I have given, it's your responsibility. You need to test this. I have given, okay, home page. Okay, so Asha will test. So home page, Asha has to be responsible. If anything not working, she is responsible. And if I give a different page, for example, I'll give a register page. Register page, I'll give it to some other person. Right? And that person responsibility is this one. It has to work all the cases. All the cases it should work. You give first valid data and give a wrong data, whether it is working or not, whether you are able to register an account or not, you check it. If it is not working, you raise a bug. You don't need to worry about it. So if you give proper data, it should work. If you are not giving proper data, it should throw proper error. Nikita, can you mute? Okay. So that is a very important here. So for example, you are able to select the country, required country or not. You are able to select the state or not. So this is all you are going to check. That's what the main concept you will follow. See, when you select United States, all the United States related states, it should list out here. If it is not listing out, that's a bug. And if you don't enter any data here and you are clicking a continue, see, it will throw error. You must agree to the privacy policy. See, all these error messages should display. These are the main things you will check. Any application you go, these are the standard points. First test case is test with the valid data. Valid data means proper data. Like you will log into your Gmail, right? If you give correct username, password, you will log in. Otherwise, it won't log in for you, right? It will throw error for you. Or you want to send an email. You have to give two address and any attachment you want to add, attachment you have to add, and the subject you have to write, body you have to write, body mail content you have to write. All this you have to enter the data. That's a valid data. That's all valid test case or valid flow or positive flow, we call that. Negative flow means, you can say compose negative flow means what you will tell. Compose negative flow means you just enter all the data, don't give the to ID, subject, and just click on send. It will ask you, please enter to address. The message you will get it. You cannot send a mail. So these are all, so different combinations you will test it. That's what the tester means. Tester means not only positive flow. Tester means you have to test positive, negative, all combinations, and different combinations you need to test it. That's the testing means. Testing means don't think only one way. So many ways you can test. All possible combinations you can test. Okay, so that's the main thing, and so you will perform in the testing. So what is verification and validation? So verification means just verify whether it is present or not, or the documents are present or not, requirements are correct or not, all the specifications are mentioned or not in the documents. How we will verify them? By meetings, by walkthroughs and inspection meetings, reviews will be there. That's a verification. Verification process can be done in 3 ways. One is reviews, walkthroughs, and inspections. That's a review process. How we will review? So there is for example, Lalita has written the requirements or test cases, and Gayatri will review them. That's called peer-to-peer review. Or you have written, Asha has written, and her manager will review her test cases. That's a peer-to-manager. Technical reviews means the customer or a development team will review your test cases. Whether you have done correctly or not, they will check. That is called verification process. One of the verification process is called reviews. Review. Understand the English meaning. Review. View means what? Look, right? Review means re-looking into the documents, whether the documents are correct or not. On what basis they will check that? Based on some checklist will be there for you. So based on that checklist, they will check it. That's a reviews. Walkthroughs means, just for example, you are not understanding something. You will ask, can you walk through me again? Can you explain me again? And you don't know something you are asking. So you will explain that. That is called walkthrough. So you are getting some information from another person. That is called walkthrough. Walkthrough means just explaining for you the process. And you're getting some knowledge from that person. You're getting some information from that person. That is called walkthrough. Little or no preparation required for this. Inspection means, for this example is code walkthrough or requirements walkthrough. That is called example. And a review process example is test case review, test plan review. That's a reviews basically. And your work can be reviewed. How much work you have done, how many bugs you reported. That is the review process. Review can be done with the test cases, test plans, and your work also can be reviewed. And walkthrough means just explaining requirements. I'm explaining testing process for it. That is a walkthrough. I'm giving some information for you. Inspection means I'm detailedly going for the documents and reading each line in the document and finding out what is missing and just find out the missing part. Not fixing that. Fixing is done by the owner of that document. You don't need to worry about it. That is called inspection. And what is the verification? Main question. Verification means you're checking whether the requirements are present in the application or not. And is the deliverable built according to the specification? Is the deliverable built according to the specification or not? You can check it. That's the verification means. What is the verification question? Is the deliverable means your application. Your application is designed based on the customer requirement or not. That's the question, this question. How you can do verification process? Reviews, walkthroughs, and inspections based. 3 ways you can verify that. What you can verify? You can verify the requirements. You can verify the test cases. You can verify the test plan. You can verify the particular option is present in the application or not. See, this open card or this search edit box or this button, search button is present or not. I'm verifying. I'm not doing any action now. I'm just verifying. That's called verification. Okay. Whether this error message is displaying or not, I'm verifying. I'm not validating anything here. Validating means you are performing action. See, now I'm checking the checkbox. That's a validation. Whether this is able to check or not, uncheck or not. That's a validation. So validation means actual testing. When you get a application from the development team, then you will do validation. Verification means before getting the build or environment for testing, you will perform all verification activities. So what are all the verification activities? And you will understand the requirements. As part of testers, I'm telling. As part of testers, before actual testing, what you will do? That means that is called verification process. In that verification process, what you will do? Understanding the requirements. Second part, creating the test cases or designing the test cases. Second point. Third point, once you design the test cases, somebody has to review, right? Whether you have written correctly or not based on the requirements, how do you know? How do you confirm that? If somebody reviews and they give the approval for you. Next, third point, once you reviewed, that's the verification process. One part. Next part, okay, the application is ready. Developers developed the application and given to you, asking for testing. Then you will do actual testing. Actual testing means, okay, typing. Yeah, doing action, I'm typing. Selecting this. This is the actions, actually actions you will perform on the application. That is called validation. You are validating whether the application is meeting customer requirements or not. Meeting customer requirements what? For example, you want to book a flight tickets. where you can go to any website and you can book the tickets, right? That means it is serving your purpose. You are the customer, it is serving your purpose. Or you are going Amazon. Amazon is serving your purpose for ordering a product and delivering to you. That's a serving for your need. That is called validation. Whether it is serving or not, it's serving. So that's a validation already tested and given to us. That's why we are using the application now successfully without any issues. That all done before giving to the public. So that behind that, there is a lot of work done by testers, developers, many people. Okay, so that is this. So validation means, validation is nothing but actual testing. So let's see, let me give you the difference between verification and validation. Verification means basically you will do verifying the documents, requirements, test plans, test cases. That's a verification. And your code is proper or not. Validation means it's a dynamic mechanism testing the actual product. Okay. Next, it doesn't involve executing the code. Verification doesn't involve executing the code. But validation, when you are doing some action on the application, internally code will execute. That is called validation. So verification can be done with the reviews, walkthroughs, inspections. But validation, how we will perform? With the black box testing, white box testing, gray box testing, and non-functional testing. So these are the ways you will perform validation. So verification, so you will just confirm the software to specification is checked or not. So validation, it checks whether the software meets the requirements and expectations of the customer. So verification finds the bugs early in the development. But validation finds the bugs after verification. If verification is not able to catch, validation will catch those bugs. So verification comes before validation. Validation comes after verification. So verification, so it can be done on the documents and on the test cases, on the test plans and the design documents. All the documents you will verify. That's a verification. But validation actually you will do on the application or in the product or on the mobile. Your mobile is working or not, your product is working or not. You will test it basically. That's called validation. Actually, you will check. So whether it is working or not. That is called validation. So this is the important. Please read verification and validation differences. Just go through once. And that really helps you. And tomorrow, so we'll cover different points. Main points is software development lifecycle I will cover tomorrow. So that means how a project will be developed from the scratch. So how it will come. This is the main process we should know. So tomorrow's class is very important. Don't miss it. I'll explain this process. And that really helps you a lot. Okay. And so software development process means, okay, you got some project. How people will develop that? Who are all involved in the project? There are so many people will involve and we'll understand what are all. So they will do what each person will perform the tasks and we'll understand that. Okay. So any questions till now?
No, sir.
So please go through that. Okay, please go through that, read and verification, validation, and come back just once at least, read and come back. High level you understand. Okay, high level you understand. And if you can write and send it to me also, that's good. Okay. And understand what is verification processes and what is the validation processes. Just understand. That's it. And other than that, you don't need much. All these basics. Tomorrow, main important thing, how the process in the companies, how a project can be developed. I'll explain very quickly. Okay. Any questions? Yeah. If no questions, we can